Late Night Health continues. We're talking about One Woman, Three Men, a novel about modern love and sex with Pouline Middleton. Pouline is now, you have left the world of economics, Pouline, and now are a love coach full-time?
Yeah, well, I still do a little consultancy because I enjoy the analytical process. And that's actually the same analytical process that I've applied to love, because I think there's a lot to gain from it.
Oh, my goodness. She's got love done on a spreadsheet.
Excel, yeah.
On an Excel spreadsheet. I love it. That's terrific.
Isn't that nice?
But does it, in your coaching, does it work? Are people enjoying and saying, wow?
Yes. What they enjoy is that I urge them to be frank with themselves, and once they know what is important to them and where their boundaries are and what they're dreaming of, it's much easier to communicate it to somebody else. In love we've had for decades, it's something that somebody else has to come and kind of make you whole by loving you. Well, that's not my approach. I think you should become whole, and then you can meet somebody, and then together you can create something absolutely beautiful.
There are a lot of love songs from the 40s and even into the 50s that talk about, loving that man of mine, he makes me happy. There are other songs for men to sing about their spouses. You've got...
They're called show tunes.
Show tunes, yes, they are. I love... Actually, when you were talking about, Pouline, about cars, there's have you seen Chicago, the Broadway play, Chicago, or the movie?
Right?
Yeah. There's a line in there.
A
long time ago, and she's married to an auto mechanic. Roxy is.
Oh, yeah.
And she says her line is something to the effect, in bed, my husband is a zero. He makes love like he's fixing a car. And her gestures on stage are, she's got wrenches, and she goes back and forth, and she says, love me, honey, love me.
That.
Right? Very funny. Anyway, thank you, Daryl, for reminding me.
Not a problem.
Okay.
Well, but there is something here, because if a guy buys a new car,
right,
he will investigate it in all different manners, or some guys will.
Right.
He will open the hood, and he will see what the things fit where. And, I would really like that more men treat a woman in the same way, with curiosity. Okay, what is here? What is there? And how do you feel? And how does this feel? And can I do something else? If they would use that curiosity like that, I think you can create a whole different mood than having this exam that I talked about earlier.
Well, it's interesting because I don't think I've ever opened up the hood of my car. But I like to explore and be curious with my wife before you say something.
I was just going to say that if I brought
you already know.
If I brought some sort of a new lovemaking to my bedroom with my wife, she'd say, "Where did you learn that?"
Yes.
Yeah.
Does that?
Yes.
Right. But if it works, who cares? Hey, right?
She would care.
She would, yes, Carol would care too. Carol and Sherry would be rooming together, and you and I would be living on the streets.
On the skids.
On the skids. All right.
Well, that's because you maybe shouldn't go exploring by yourself. You should maybe invite them to come along.
Well, but not together. I can see that now. And never mind.
No, maybe not together. No.
Exactly. We only have a moment left. Maybe when you're here in the States, we'll be able to do something again. We'll talk to Dia about that. But
that would be great, Mark.
Is monogamy or serial monogamy, and you have 15 seconds, is that the new modern way of love? Because it seems to be with a 55% divorce rate right now.
Yeah, well, I think we're approaching a period where we will have different models for love running in parallel. You know, some will live monogamy with one person for their whole life. Some will live serial monogamy. Some will live more with polyamorous or open marriages. I think we're opening up to a larger diversity.
Ooh, open marriages. Good. We'll have to talk about that. We're running out of time. Pouline, thanks for being with us from Copenhagen, Denmark, the author of One Woman, Three Men. We've got to go. Listen, everybody, thank you very much for making Late Night Health the fastest growing health radio show in America. We really appreciate that. Join us at latenighthealth.com. Have a good week, have a great week, and most importantly, have a healthy week. We'll see you next time.